Welcome to Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco for episode 3 of our San Francisco season.
Shuffle, and we got
abstract shapes. Our style for abstract shapes is going to be centered subject.
centered abstract shape.
3, 2, 1, dash. Bye. Have fun.
Where are you going?
I still gotta finish my coffee.
Welcome to the finale of season 2 of PhotoDash. The votes are in from our Golden Gate Park episode, and things just got interesting. Each challenge was given a total of 100 points and split based on your voting percentages. Will and I both added 77 points to our totals, and the rookie, Sam, crushed it, overtaking us for the season lead. This is our last chance to become season champion. As a reminder, each episode contains 3 30-minute rounds, and players must meet at the final location by the end of the last round or risk losing 10 points from their score. And you decide the winner. You have 48 hours to vote for your favorite photos, and the link is in the description. Now let's head back to Fisherman's Wharf for the grand finale. All right, it's a beautiful morning here at Fisherman's Wharf.
Stuff needs to be abstract. Stuff needs to be centered.
What makes a shape abstract versus just being a shape? Are all shapes not?
Okay. My gut instinct is to go towards the sun.
What does abstract mean? This is gonna be a hard one.
Hey Siri, what does abstract shapes mean? Abstract shapes are stylized or simplified versions of organic shapes. They're not exact representations of real things. Abstract shapes can be interpreted in different ways. I think I looked this up last time.
I think we've hit it. So 3 good iconic spots of the city: Chinatown, North Beach area, some of the older neighborhoods in the city, going out to Golden Gate Park.
I guess we'll go this way.
Wait.
And now Fisherman's Wharf, which is definitely a more touristy destination, but it's Monday morning, so it is pretty quiet down here.
I'm heading over here this way towards Pier 39, where we can get out and maybe see some sea lions later on.
I was going back and forth this morning if I was going to go with the Leica Q3 or with the Sony setup, and I opted for the Sony setup. I really like the versatility of having different lenses to choose from. I think I'm gonna set up on the 70-200 probably.
Still on my Fujifilm X-T4 with the 16-55. I've really enjoyed using that lens this season.
For episode 3, I'm back with my Q2 28mm fixed lens. It's a 1.7. Oh, it's so interesting down here. It's nice because it's like we got the morning light. Let's look. 1, 2, 3. Wham.
The shadow coming in from here is kind of abstract-y, and I'm gonna see what I can do here. I don't know if it's as abstract-y as I could get.
Seaweed and rocks. Alcatraz right there. Got the ferry buildings, some vendors, got Ferris wheel. It's a beautiful morning. Need to find an abstract shape.
I'm shooting an aperture priority because I just know I want to shoot at a 1.7 or 2, and so I'll let the camera pick the ISO and the camera pick the shutter. It looks pretty uniform. Yeah, let's keep moving.
Find an abstract shape, huh?
You're abstract. Sam has a cool shot. I think he's probably taking a picture through that archway, maybe looking over at Alcatraz. That's pretty neat.
Well, Phil can see what I'm taking a photo of.
The problem is I feel like boats and shipping are all uniform kind of. It's nice out here though. Oh, I think this pier ends. Dang.
I feel like there's a lot of shapes going this way towards Alcatraz. I like everything about that shot except for the trash can that is in the frame.
Got some nice lighting on this little archway over here, and Alcatraz is sort of centered in it. I don't know how abstract it is. If it's frame in the frame, it'd be great, but we'll see. We'll see.
Do you guys remember what I did last time for abstract shapes in season 1? If you don't, I believe it was season 1, episode 3. Again, it was the pier, and I turned it sideways. And I think it got voted poorly because of that. We're gonna be better.
Morning. That's cool. I feel like that's fairly abstract.
I would have to kind of book it over to the other side of the pier because it doesn't connect this way. But if I could get over there, almost like the shapes of the sea lions, like their bodies would be cool. I don't know if I have like really a tight enough lens to get that shot, but I want to try getting the shot one more time with Alcatraz back there.
I really want to win this one.
Let's see. So yeah, in 203, almost got the bird flying through there. You can see it just in that top left corner.
I'm having trouble thinking about, ooh, that's cool. Look at that, it's just like a frame. Too bad it's not frame within a frame. And it's too bad that it's too bad that it's just an actual shape and it's not abstract at all.
Then pull back a little bit. Oh, the water underneath is kind of cool. A little water shimmer underneath.
There's an in and out. Too bad it's 7:45 in the morning. Otherwise we get it of a double. I can make that abstract, all right.
But 206, I did 1x1 framing, which I feel like for abstract is kind of cool. Working with the framing to just make it a little more interesting.
This feels kind of cool. This is like, we got some like fence. Yeah, I didn't even take a picture. It's not even that good.
I don't know if an archway is abstract. I mean, I think what I like about it is that there's kind of these various tones of the inner archway. It's not a complete arch, it's sort of an imperfect shape.
My interpretation of this card is that there are just interesting shapes that are clearly visible in the frame that make up part of the composition.
The frame within the frame just adds a little dimension to the photo. I think the abstract shape is sort of that shadowed area within the arch.
Still feels like uniform, right? The top of that fence with the blue sky is way more uniform than something abstract.
There's this cool statue of the sea lions over here. I'm gonna drop to an f2.8.
I need something like funky. Ooh, what about this guy's beard? I could just shoot macro of his beard. Let's try it.
There's a guy and his dog out here. Let me see if I can get this. I don't know if this is abstract necessarily.
Go into macro mode. Yeah. Oh, it feels so abstract. And it's centered. Let's make it a little darker. Yeah, macro, abstract shapes.
Oh, I kind of want this guy to leave. Oh, I could punch in. So A7R5, I do have 60 megapixels, which is cool.
Man, Alcatraz, looking out this way, is so cool. The light shining from the sun is perfect. One's a portrait version, one's not. That came out pretty good. I like the cleanliness of it. Is it abstract enough? That's the question.
That's that mustache life. Let's look. All right, we're gonna rock 13 for now because 1, abstract shapes, 2, centered, 3, mustache. Thanks, bud. We're here at your wharf. Did you know that?
211 started to see these birds come in. 212, the birds are coming over, and you have sort of a triangle of the bird and the dog in the middle. But it's not really an abstract shape? Is it abstract in the sense that, you know, animals and the person, like, they all make a shape? And that's abstract? It's abstract that they're making a shape together?
Let's look a little further. Oh, there's another wooden sculpture down here.
All right, now this is another kind of cool angle.
Look at this mural. Yeah? Not really centered though. There's a boat here. That's cool. We can look at that later.
And Phil did walk this way. Do I want to keep going this way? Ooh, the Golden Gate's over there. That's an abstract shape, right? Bridges, that's a weird shape.
Yeah, that's pretty abstract, I'd say.
The reason I was walking this way though, one of the other great tourist attractions of this area is that there's a bunch of seals. I'm a little worried that this is where Phil went. But is a seal an abstract shape? So silhouette it, crunch it down so that, yeah, it's just a shape of a seal.
Here's my idea. Abstract shapes of a pile of sea lions' bodies.
How long do I have? Got 12 minutes. Do I want to take photos of seals? Let's try it. Why not?
This guy just went by running, talking about his shares while he was running at 8 a.m. in San Francisco. A tech life, baby.
Oh, they're so cute when they're sleeping. Oh my God, this one's posing for me right here. Oh my God, that is a cool photo.
Don't fall into the water.
Feels like plants can kind of be abstract. See these like, still uniform. I'm still macro mode. It's kind of cool. Not really centered though. I don't know.
I get level. That's not a good photo. It's not abstract in any way. These are abstract though.
Sand can be abstract.
That's abstract.
I'm leaning towards the mustache. But let's walk out there. Maybe we can get to this pier for the next challenge. It's a nice little goal. And I feel like I'm away from the boys. Look, you can see Alcatraz way back there.
I'm looking at 412, and if I could zoom in or crop in enough, I think it would look really cool with like the abstract shapes of the bodies. It's actually a really cool photo, cropped in, something like that.
Yeah, it's abstract. It's not.
If I can get to out here for the next challenge, because the Golden Gate Bridge is over here. For a second challenge, I could probably take a really solid photo of the Golden Gate Bridge. The fog might clear by then.
Definitely abstract.
Now I'm just seeing if there's another angle that will work. There's a lot of piles of sea lions.
This is kind of abstract, is it? Oh yeah. This is kind of like dystopia abstract. Yeah, I don't know. Let's talk about it.
Well, that was a long shutter. How much time I got? I kind of like 224. It's a very different, definitely abstract. All these buoy shots, 17, 19, 21, not really doing it for me.
It's like a lookout tower. It's kind of abstract-y. A little bright. I think we should get closer. Womp, 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 womp. Yeah? All right, I can see that working. I'll get rid of everything around the side of it.
206, I think is like the most interesting photo. It's still San Francisco. I don't know why. I'm really hanging on to like, we're in SF, make it an SF thing. And so with Alcatraz in there, and then it's sort of framed by this abstract shape. And I would say that's more the subject because it's more front of frame. And then you have Alcatraz in the background.
Wow, those guys are loud. I got one at the very end, 431 from a different angle. I like kind of how you can see the side of that main sea line that's perched up like that. The other pile of sea lines, like 421, if I cropped in really far on that one smaller, it was like a baby that was like crawling over them. Maybe use the subject of the other two. You could kind of see their faces, and it's actually, that is really cool. It's very abstract. I just wonder if that's a clear enough centered subject, but maybe 421 might be an option.
It's definitely an abstract shape. Is it an interesting photo though? I think I like, yeah, so if I get the ship in there, I don't like it as much. And these ships are cool. Like if I put on the 15 millimeter, came right there.
We got this funky abstract thing where I can center and take out the buildings. It's abstract shape for sure, and it's centered. I like that one a lot, but let's go all the way back. The stairs are cool, the 23, 24, interesting. It still feels uniform to me. We'll zoom all the way down to the mustache. Where's the mustache? Man, it is centered, it is abstract. I love the wood and I love the mustache. Okay, so it's between 12 and, dang, 12 and 28. Should we be zen for a sec and just meditate and think about what we're gonna choose?
The question is, am I gonna get penalized for having animals in this? Are they abstract shape enough? In season 1, I took a picture of the peacock amongst found objects, and nobody liked that photo. I do feel like there's something different about the sea lions and the shape of the sea lions, that the subject themselves is the abstract shape too. 421 cropped in with their heads together more in the center. I feel like that one creates more abstract shapes, even though in the other one, the subject in the center, it stands out a little bit more.
I don't love having a ton of lens options. I kind of do prefer being confined and just create with what you got. But you know, I'm in it to win it.
Mustache or abstract building? Mustache or abstract building?
I want to be, do I want to be here? I think I want to be down here.
It feels like the mustache has more gravitas, right? It's got some comedy to it. It's got some texture to it. It's centered. It feels fun. It feels abstract, especially if I fill the frame even more.
You know, that is not working. That is not working for me at all.
The building is cool. It's definitely abstract. I'm gonna have to do some Photoshop work. And it doesn't really evoke any emotion, whether that be comedy or calm. I guess it's calmness and weird, which is like an emotion if you're going for that. Okay, so then if I'm gonna choose something like that for this competition, what are you guys gonna vote for more?
1 minute left. Lock in. 422, locking in.
Nah, what's more me, right? The negative space is definitely me. That's a lot of my style, right? I definitely do a lot of negative space, but I'm feeling mischievous and I'm feeling mustachios, so I think I'm gonna go mustache. 12, I'm locking that in. Mustache it is. Let's go.
Need to lock something in, got 22 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in number 206 with 13 seconds to spare. I do like the reflection shot, but I just think this is the way to go, so.
Hello.
Hey.
Did you find some abstract centered shapes?
I took a photo of animals again. I don't know if the audience is gonna like it.
Here we go.
Let's go.
All right.
Get it out. Let's go. Let's do it.
Here we go. Gonna do the bottom. We got the sky.
Ooh, okay.
Which guy?
And our style is going to be depth through foreground objects. Will, you pick your twist first.
Depth through foreground objects.
We're just gonna pick this one on top. No editing. You cannot edit your next photo. Any in-camera editing or effects can be applied before taking photos for the next challenge.
That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's just gonna be black and white. It's fine.
Yeah. My twist is gonna be
Sam's twist.
From the hip. You can't look through the viewfinder or at the camera display while taking photos for the next challenge.
There you go.
My twist is going to be
I like from the hip.
same street. You can't leave the street you currently are on for the next challenge.
Are you on a street?
Like this street, the main street, right? Yeah, that's chill, right? Yeah, that's my twist,
It's
right?
a street. Ready.
3,
Steady.
2, 1, dash.
Bye.
See ya.
Sky, depth. I think I'm gonna do by the Golden Gate Bridge on that little pier that's out there. I think I see people walking out there. It's gonna be a bummer if I walk all the way out there and I can't go out there.
Well, the sky looks pretty cool. Depth through foreground objects. I'm wondering about the Golden Gate Bridge. What do you think about that?
From the hip, foreground elements, sky. Not too hard.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, are people going out there? It's worth a shot.
I didn't end up using the photo of Alcatraz, which is also kind of epic right now. I mean, I'm right here. There are some foreground objects. The sky is big over Alcatraz. So let's see. I'm just gonna take a photo right here.
Immediately, I'm gonna do what I did before in season 1, which is like make my high contrast in camera black and white. Let's go.
35mm f1.4. Oh no, I have to focus on the sky. Foreground element. See how that looks. Oh yeah, that looks horrible.
So I wanna highlight the sky. I'm gonna drop to an f8 ISO drop down because it's super bright over here. Use my exposure compensation to drop a little bit. Not a bad safety shot, honestly.
I think if we have like the Golden Gate lower in the frame, that'll show us some depth. Big thing is finding something that we can shoot that has foreground that's close enough, but still be able to see the Golden Gate in the background and be able to frame the sky kind of like this. That's all negative space in a way.
I don't really like this boat over here, and it's coming in, so I'm gonna wait for that boat to move.
Where do I want to go? Maybe I can walk up this little bridge up here. I feel like I need clarification on the foreground elements. I don't know if they need to be directly in front of the lens, or if it's just that there's a foreground element, something in front of the main subject, which is the sky. So a lot of stuff can go in front of the sky.
All right, that could work. The sky is highlighted. There are foreground objects. It's not as many foreground objects as I want. Now I'm trying to think if there's a way to like look up at something.
I am disappointed. Let me tell you, here's the problem. walked over here and I can see the Golden Gate, but I can't get out on this pier.
One thing in San Francisco, always stairs and hills.
But there is a hill at Fort Mason. I should have got a lime.
Golden Gate Bridge, got Alcatraz there, Coit Tower and Transamerica building there, Bay Bridge over there.
Oh, this looks kind of cool though, look at this. Honestly, that's kind of money. That could work.
Sort of just seeing the skyline over here looks kind of cool. What would the foreground objects be? Maybe if I booked it back over there and looked through the Ferris wheel towards the skyline.
So I do have the screen, I'm not looking. Focus to infinity. I'd crop in Transamerica, Coit Tower, clouds, subject is the sky, do some negative space. I think that's kind of nice. I do a lot from the hip shooting. So like this is what I was kind of thinking, you know, the city there as a foreground, the sky behind it. Go to F8, just everything in focus. I think it's kind of a cool shot. I think I'm supposed to have things like blurry in the foreground.
All right, so I'm back on the main street. I'm debating which pier to go out on. I think the one that I was on initially trying to take a picture of Alcatraz will give me a decent view looking back this way at the city.
At least I'm not running out this hill.
Be kind of fun to do something where I'm like laying down, looking up through some trees or something.
There's another good photo down there I just took. It could be like foreground of plants with Alcatraz in the back and then the sky. Oh, we're almost there, we're almost there.
Down at the pier now. Kind of foreground elements, get the mass in there. Sky, foreground elements from the hip. Can't say I'm feeling super confident.
So you can kind of see Golden Gate Bridge over there. I think this is gonna be cool. Skyline. That's what we're trying to capture.
It's worth it, it's gonna be worth it. Sometimes you gotta work a little hard to get one photo.
I love this from the hip thing, like, can't see it. Just gonna shoot out there. 246, completely miss.
The clouds are starting to roll in quite a bit. I'm not a huge fan of the pier being the foreground object.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Honestly, I'm not that excited about it, I'm not gonna lie. It looked like it had potential.
I actually kind of like that one. It would have worked for abstract shapes, frame within a frame, quite a bit.
I'm not out of breath. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything is just fine. It's not as good as I thought. I think we either got to do the pier or the Alcatraz shot, so I'll walk my back down.
Lower Touristville. Kind of interesting though, these flowers. I look straight up.
If I had a longer lens, I could look through the Ferris wheel from here.
Okay, and turning around, this might actually be better now that I'm looking at with these trees.
Not really.
This is kind of fun. I don't know if I can frame just the top of that, maybe. And get the sky. It's nice lighting. Let's see. There. Let's see. I don't mind it. I'm going to try and get a bit more of that top piece there. And take a couple.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the place down further.
Let's see what these pigeons say here. They didn't like that. I feel like I'm gonna have to go with one of those and pick them. I wanna walk over here to the Ferris wheel and look, get a maybe interesting shot looking up.
The challenge, I'd probably go with 249 and crop it like 251, but I just want to have the flexibility, I guess. I could take a photo right in between those two though. That'd be ideal. Yeah, 252, that's pretty good.
What do you guys think? $126 has got the foreground, but it's not like foreground. It's like middle of the road foreground. I want like something closer.
I kind of like 248. 248 feels more interesting to me, like committed to a very specific look. It's very abstract, but maybe that's just the theme for today.
Look at these little flowers. This is nice foreground. It's pretty cool, but then we lose focus. Maybe if we shoot at an f/16, we can still get everything in focus and still have the foreground. Yeah. I like the idea of these like free flowers in front of this prison that's out in the middle of the water.
I think I gotta be closer up with objects, closer to the camera. These light posts are too far away.
So now I'm sure that I am over where Phil was with the seals.
I mean, the subject is sky, so I guess the Ferris wheel itself is the foreground object. Something like that with a plant in the foreground would be cool, but those flowers were a little too dark.
I'm gonna go 200. Let's see what that looks like. Nothing but sky. All right, let's go vertical. We're gonna go off autofocus. I think that's infinity. I don't actually know.
You need to get like in there. That's nice.
Let's see what this looks like. I am close focused, so other direction.
I want the flowers in the sky, but I still want to see Alcatraz. This is so hard. That's the closest we can get right now, is 133, I think.
Maybe.
Let's try horizontal. A bird was landing. Did I catch that? None of these look like the sky though.
I still feel like this is supposed to be the shot. There you go. I like the idea of this like flower again, like growing out of the rock with the sky, foreground creating depth. That might be it. Let me do one more. Yeah, flowers growing out of a prison. New life. I think I might be into that.
Maybe if I can get this sign right here. Sky Star. That's kind of cool. I mean, can't get more on the nose than that. There's this wire here. Maybe I could remove that wire in post. I don't like the tree right there though now. I thought about bringing an even wider lens, which would have been kind of cool.
There's a pelican coming in. A little bit bigger of a bird. Is that lined up? Is that in frame?
Okay, this is where I took this one photo which is like, it's like prison-y. Shooting at an F-16, so more things are in focus. Oh, I kind of like that. That's only foreground, that's like mid-ground. This would be foreground. Yeah, kind of crushing it. And my black and white high contrast is looking good.
I ran across the street to see if there was any sort of shot I can get from over here, looking through more foreground objects. It's on the nose in terms of it's the sky star. It's not typically what I would think to do with a photo.
I got the pelican on the last one. Not sure that counts as a foreground element. 260, it's kind of interesting. I think I like this like big empty sky though. I like 274. I don't know that that counts as, again, I don't know what the foreground element is. Technically something in front of the subject, but it feels a little too much like the pelican's the subject.
So 479, it's really on the nose with the name of the tower, but I think the combination of seeing the sky with that, and there's a lot of depth foreground elements, more so than the other ones look good. I think 469 is also cool, and I do like 467 because of the symmetry. 463 is cool, but not as much sky. Oh man, the skyline's pretty cool too. 452. I mean, you're gonna see more of the sky, but is it depth through foreground objects? And Alcatraz, I just don't like the depth through foreground elements in that photo.
Stand by. Man, focusing is definitely the hardest aspect of this.
I completely lost track of time. We're locking in. That one, it shows 139. I thought I'd have time to go over it. I got distracted by the pretty things.
281's cool because you get the bay in there, but I think the sky element is better. 286, why not? I guess. Let's try one more. Got some birds in there maybe.
467, 479. I kind of like the centered, balanced look of 467, maybe 466 even, because you can see more of the name. And there are foreground elements. The sky is the background, the subject. We have the foreground sign. We have the actual Ferris wheel card is in the background. Yeah, the other one's too on the nose for me. 466, locking in.
No, 286. That's it, locking it in. No, 285, oh my gosh. 285, locking it in. That's what we're going with. And it is time. This could make it or break it for one of us.
Yeah, it really could.
Well,
All right, Sam, give us our fate.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my third challenge is always where we need to be meeting.
Yeah, that's a strategy right there.
selfie.
Nice. Finally, yes.
Can I clarify something?
Yes.
Does a selfie need to be taken
I think it's just selfie.
holding
man.
the camera?
It's self-portrait.
It's a self-portrait.
Self-portrait, yeah.
It's just the name I gave it, but the style is gonna be shallow depth of field.
That's interesting. My twist card, my little twist card is gonna be this one.
Close up. You must take photos at the minimum focal distance for your next challenge.
That works. That works.
works.
Go with this one.
Phone jail. You can't use your phone for the duration of your next challenge.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought this was mobile.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no,
Oh, yeah.
Phone jail.
Yeah, no. My last twist, season 2. Please be a good one.
Come on, mobile.
high ISO. You must use an ISO of 6400 or higher for the next challenge.
Hope you got an ND filter, bro.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Dash.
Later.
See ya. Selfie. This is a card we added for this season, and it's kind of funny that we pulled it.
Self-portrait, shallow depth of field, minimum focus.
No fun, not a big deal.
Shallow depth of field, I'm gonna put my 56mm on.
I'm gonna do the 50 mil, probably use the autofocus.
I'm gonna have to go like timer mode or something with this.
Man, that last one, final seconds. I think I can do an interesting edit with it, but you just gotta get creative, experiment, and have fun with it.
And then I'll put the minimum focus on, just bam. So now, it's not that close. So now I just need to figure out a way to create shallow depth of field. That's not even close enough, that photo. Or is it close enough? It's like that far, that far. Almost. Oh, did you see what's behind me? Mirror.
I'm walking over to Ghirardelli Square because we gotta end there, and it's probably a 10-minute walk over there. Shady over there, I feel like, so there might be some spots where I can get a ISO 6400 shot.
My camera has a flippy screen, so that's gonna make that much easier. There. I can get pretty artsy with this.
What if I replicated the mustache self-portrait and it was just like, I could do that.
I might need to not take a close-up selfie. I do kind of like this challenge. I do not take selfies. I don't like being in front of camera necessarily.
ISO 6400, f 3.6. The shutter speed's the fastest it can go at 1/8,000th of a second. 1269, you can see that thing is so bright. So now it's just like finding a good spot for a self-portrait in the shadows.
I think I just need to figure out what a cool frame. I want to make it feel very San Francisco. If I could set up the camera so it looks like I'm standing on the bridge, that'd be kind of funny.
That one might be good, actually. This is so dumb. That's my minimum focus right there. I have to be so close. I don't know. That's the problem, is I have to be so close. I think I need to sit down, do a remote. Otherwise it's not gonna work. I'm gonna go up into Ghirardelli Square and see how that looks.
Oh my God, it's far. It's a 12-minute walk.
There's really nice soft lighting right here. So I started taking some selfies. 292, I was looking at the screen, so then 293, looking 2 lens. I realized I was on spot focus, so I'm just switching it over now to wide, so it'll face track my eyes.
How many minutes is a 12-minute walk in jogging speed?
I'm at f1.4, and I'm just kind of in full vlogger. Got my Osmo, got my Sony. So I'd probably take this one and zoom in, crop in on my eye. Got my beanie that my mother-in-law gave me that has a Golden Gate Bridge on it, and do something a little more mysterious. I want to try and get somewhere that has maybe a better frame, and then put myself within that, and probably do something where I use a timer and set further back.
All right, I audibled. I found this sort of darker area. I'm using the Osmo to find focus manually, and then I'm gonna set a timer, run to where the Osmo is, and take that photo.
I do like self-portraits, I think, that are a bit more intimate and honest, and just like, this is, you know, my face. This is what I look like.
So let's just shutter. I'm gonna do continuous low speed to get 3 shots. And this is just gonna be a test. It's actually pretty cool. I'm wondering if I go this way.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I got coffee. I got the tripod that I took off that camera. I'm going to remote selfie me because I have to do close focus. I'm gonna try and incorporate the coffee in it, but I don't have a flippy screen. We're gonna do a proper selfie, sorta. And I'm gonna backlight myself, right? The sun is hitting the back of me, and then hopefully I can connect to my phone and actuate it as like a remote.
That adds a bounce. Got a seal here. It's bronze. Wanted to play with this. Selfies I feel are just like a marker of like I was here. For me though, I feel like self-portrait is more of a like representation of who you are as a person, as an individual. I was going to do something where it's like me, full body, walk away from the camera, all that. It doesn't really feel like me necessarily.
So let's go take this photo. So that one, I was looking at the camera. Maybe more from this angle is better, actually.
That's kind of a great background. Not direct sunlight. Be in the shade. Let's see. Backlight myself. Not loving it. There's also a lot more people around now.
Last one, I promise. That is a decent backup option if I need to use that. All right, I could probably get a little bit more of a better pose there, but I got no time, so we're gonna book it.
Ghirardelli Americano. Haven't had it in a long time. Okay, it's connecting. How are you?
There's this box here though. Let's play with this. Camera just so it's at my height. Some lights from the store behind me that creates a nice bokeh.
I hate taking selfies. I hate being on camera. Don't like it. I'm sure Sam and Phil are having the same issue. I feel like this whole teaching thing we've sort of just gotten ourselves into. We weren't always wanting to be on camera.
That is a photo of me, man. Very uncomfortable. So normally I would want the camera to be slightly higher, looking down at the subject.
Close focus is like there. So I gotta be, I wanted to do the mustache. This is silly. This is what I'm doing for this competition. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe if I could show the Ghirardelli coffee a little bit better. Where's the close focus? There it is. So that's the close focus. The forward hat. I like that. Forward hat. Coffee in frame. It's not in focus.
Is it a self-portrait? I mean, I'm silhouetted, but it works. And I kind of like that you can see the Fisherman's grotto text. I think one of the other ones where I'm just looking on the distance could work, 505. Ooh, actually 494 is kind of nice where you just see the grotto.
What if I did macro? Oh yeah. Mustachio. Let's look harder. Kind of gotta keep the mustache in, huh?
Feels just, yeah, like a selfie. I do like it looking more down at me. Some pretty bokeh in the background, shot it up the field. $2.99 is definitely a look I think some people in my life might recognize. I like the background texture. The lighting of 297, 296 are a bit rough. Over by the pier, I do like quite a bit. It's good lighting. I'd probably cut my face in half and just like showcase one side of my face.
How do you get the natural laugh? So dumb. Everyone's watching it right now. God, taking photos of yourself sucks. That's good. Yeah, let's be like street photo, like just take photos like whenever, just hanging out here with my coffee and just close focus, just, coffee and stuff, and that's my face.
I kind of found a spot with bricks and a sidewalk that kind of looked like what would be over at Ghirardelli Square anyways. I think that works. So now I'm gonna drop the mic and do another. Something like that could work. Let's see one more spot if I have time.
The phone is on autofocus. Yeah, probably thinks something weird. You have to do a selfie with close focus? Not my favorite.
Freaking San Francisco in your hills. I don't think I'm gonna have much time to take any more photos.
294, 299. I would go with right now. Let's see. We're gonna get back to this place, see where we get, and see how much time I have left.
Oh, god dang it.
That might be it. That might be it, ladies and gentlemen.
Little rainbow stairs that are right close to the end point. So I might try that.
All right, let's take a look at these. Oh, that's a good one. It needs to be black and white.
So it took a lot longer to walk to Ghirardelli Square than I thought. So I haven't really been able to stop to take any more photos.
There were some stairs over there, but it wasn't shallow depth of field because I couldn't get enough depth behind me, and there was like a worker that was working right there.
What a freaking cheese ball. That one's pretty good, 178. Black and white, that'll be really good. That feels natural. Man, you can see the details of what?
Looking at it more, what I don't like is that it's really flat lighting on my face. 299, I think is more interesting. Shows a little personality.
That one's kind of nice. That feels more natural. Oh, weird. Look at the Patagonia thing at the bottom right. What is that? Is that Patagonia or is it just like a flare? What is that? Oh, it's my shirt. It's under my... That's wild. No. Ooh, 152, the backwards hat.
I've made 30 seconds. I just got to the place. I see Phil. I think I'm just gonna call it 299, locking it in.
This one just feels like the most, natural. Yeah, that feels, what time we got? Let's lock that one in. 167, locked in. I'm going to enjoy this coffee as I walk down to see the boys. I think they're rushing.
I ran down this way and there were some more stairs, and the colors, the rainbow, I love it. I mean, I think there's enough depth of field to be shallow depth of field. I hit the ISO 6400.
Where's Will? Will is here. Saw Ghirardelli in the background of his.
All about the leisure, You just do what you need to do when you can.
I think the smile on my face is a good representation of how I feel finishing off episode 3 of season number 2 in San Francisco. So locking in 5, 4, 3, and oh, look who's here.
You find it?
Yeah, I locked it in.
You got time, you got 30 seconds.
Just realized I have 38 seconds. I better hustle a little bit here. I'm coming.
He did get coffee. Cheese.
I'm here.
You're not here?
Got coffee all over my hand.
Season 3. That is a wrap. Awesome. We did it. Thanks for watching. that is a wrap on season 2 of PhotoDash. That was a fun one, and woo, after last week's episode, Sam, the rookie, made an epic comeback. And now is your chance to determine the winner of the entire season. So go vote. We've included a link in the description to go vote. You have 48 hours to do so. And next week, we will reveal the winner of PhotoDash Season 2, as well as recap the whole season. Will, Sam, and I are gonna have a conversation about it. So if you have any questions about this season that you want us to answer, drop a comment down below on YouTube. As a reminder, here are the current standings, but based off of last episode, I would still say it's anybody's game. Sam made a huge push in Golden Gate Park, and who knows, maybe Fisherman's Wharf can do the same for any of us. A special shout out to our supporters as always. For just $5 a month, you are supporting the growth of the Photography and Friends community, helping us keep the lights on. So thank you so much. Now's a great chance to join. If you can't support us that way though, what you can do today is share PhotoDash with a friend. The past couple weeks, we've asked you to leave a comment on YouTube about locations for PhotoDash seasons, for people you want us to play PhotoDash with, and we've got some great ideas. If you have more, leave them below. But right now, I just want you to share PhotoDash with a friend that you have not sent it to yet, someone who is interested in photography or just wants a new fun show to watch. We've had so much fun putting together this season of PhotoDash, and we want to put out another one as soon as possible, but for now, you can play PhotoDash at home. The cards are available for purchase so that you can play PhotoDash wherever you are around the world, and we've left links down in the description for that. So get your votes in, and next week tune in for our recap episode where we will reveal the season winner of PhotoDash. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then. Bye.